by introducing yourself?
Hi, my name is Linwood Alford. I'm with the Beaver-Lawrence Central Labor Council. I am the Director of Civil Rights and Economic Justice for the Beaver-Lawrence Central Labor Council. I'm also here with the Beaver County branch of the NAACP.
And what made you want to come out today?
Well, the importance of this voter ID, realizing that if this thing goes through, it will be disenfranchising at least 750,000 people who've been voting for years, and I just don't think it's fair because it is our right to be able to vote, and this is something that we will not sit around and allow to happen. So we're going to rally, we're going to do whatever we can to make sure that everybody has the right to vote, because we're talking on terms of freedom and justice for all. I mean all, not just a chosen few, but all.
And how do you respond to people who say, well, hey, it shouldn't be that hard to have a proper identification?
Well, these are people who don't live or didn't in families or come from families where there was no such thing as having a birth certificate. They're not accepting baptismal certificates, and this is what they gave us. You know, they didn't give you a birth certificate. You weren't that important. But as you got older, you got a baptismal certificate as you joined the church, and this is all people have. And without that, okay, there's no way that you can get ID. And then there's a lot of older people who've been voting in the same precinct for years who don't have driver's license. And if you don't have a birth certificate, then you can't get just a regular ID. You have to have something showing who you are before they'll issue you that. And they're not accepting the baptismal certificates. So.
And was that in your case specifically, or are you more talking about people in your community in terms of like baptismal?
People in my community.
Okay.
People in my community. I know people in my community that actually lived on plantations, who voted for years, who've seen people die to get the right to vote. And now they're going to be disenfranchised and not be able to do that. So that's devastating when you think about it.
And, one of the things they brought up today was how last year, I think it's Terzai admitted that part of the purpose is to get Romney elected. Did that upset you?
Voter ID in place, done. So that was one of the things that he felt that he had accomplished. So that in itself shows you the reasoning behind this. And why fix something that isn't broken? We don't have no record of voter fraud. So how do you fix something that isn't broken? So what is the real reasoning for that?
I'm going back to my book. And so what do you hope will happen with the court case?
Well, I hope that they'll basically realize, like, hey, I don't want to disenfranchise these people. I mean, these people have been voting for years. There's never been any ID fraud in the state of Pennsylvania. So why do this? What is the basic purpose of it?
Well, is there anything else that you'd want to say to other lawmakers, or what you want them to know about this issue?
I feel this way, that you represent all of the people, not just some of the people. So let's get down to brass tacks and let's represent all of the people, because that's what you were sent here to do.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.